My girlfriend said, I'm not attracted to you anymore. I need an alpha. Then I accepted the promotion she wanted her new alpha boyfriend to get. My girlfriend Tina ended our 5-year relationship last Tuesday in the house I own with a clearly rehearsed speech about not being in love anymore. Then she delivered the killer line. I'm just not attracted to you anymore, David. I've realized I need a real alpha. Someone who takes charge. A true leader. The insult was so direct I didn't even feel anger at first. It was just clarifying. I've always been quiet, competent, leading by example. I solve problems and build things that work. I thought she valued that. Clearly, I was wrong. She confessed she'd been getting close to Chad from our company. A senior sales strategist. Loud, flashy suits, great at slick presentations, all charisma, questionable substance. For 2 months, a director of strategic integration position had been open, overseeing all departments. Tina excitedly told me Chad was the leading candidate. She'd been helping him craft proposals, feeding him inside information to strengthen his pitch, completely invested in his success as their launchpad to becoming the office power couple. When she finished explaining my inadequacy, I looked at her and said in a perfectly level voice, I understand. Here's what she didn't know. While they plotted Chad's rise, senior management had serious doubts about him. They saw what I saw, flash without depth. His strategies looked good on PowerPoint, but ignored critical technical limitations my team would scramble to fix. A month ago, Senior VP Marcus quietly approached me. He said while I wasn't the obvious sales choice, I was the only candidate who truly understood how all the company pieces fit together. He offered me the director position. I was hesitant. I enjoy hands-on work. I told Marcus I needed time to consider it. I didn't mention it to Tina because our relationship already felt strained. But after her speech, after she called me weak and paraded her new alpha, my hesitation vanished. Accepting wasn't about career anymore. It was about self-respect. The next morning, I walked into Marcus's office. I've considered your offer. If it's still available, I accept. Relief spread across his face. That's the best news I've heard all month. The announcement goes out Monday morning. That weekend, Tina packed while humming, telling me about her celebratory dinner with Chad after Monday's big announcement. She even patted my shoulder and said, Don't worry, David. Chad's going to make sure you're assigned to important projects. He really values your technical skills. Monday morning at 9 a.m., the company-wide email hit everyone's inbox. Announcement, new director of strategic integration. I watched Tina click it open, her face bright with triumphant expectation. Then I watched as every ounce of color drained from her face. She went from glowing to sickly white in about 3 seconds, her mouth falling slightly open. She blinked and reread the email twice. Her eyes scanned the room until they locked onto mine. I didn't smile or gloat. I just held her gaze with a perfectly neutral expression. She shot up and marched toward my desk, practically vibrating with rage. What is this? She hissed. This is some kind of joke, right? You stole this from him. People were openly staring now. I slowly stood up, looking down at her. Tina, I said calmly, this is neither the time nor the place. My door is always open, but I expect you to conduct yourself professionally. We have a project meeting at 10, conference room. Her face flushed red. She'd come to confront her weak ex-boyfriend, but was being addressed as a subordinate by her new boss. My first official act was reviewing Chad's major initiative, the cornerstone of his director pitch. When he presented his PowerPoint, I spoke. The projections are ambitious. However, your strategy relies on real-time data synchronization, requiring 10,000 requests per hour during peak times. Our legacy system has a hard limit of 1,000 requests per hour. The system will fail. I wasn't aggressive. I just stated facts. The room went silent. Chad had no answer. We're shelving this pending a complete architectural review. Tina, please deprioritize all resources immediately. Desperate, Chad made his biggest mistake. Late one night, he accessed my old project and altered critical code, designed to create data corruption that would make me look incompetent right after my promotion. But every login is tracked and timestamped. The unauthorized change traced directly to his workstation. I compiled the evidence and presented it to Marcus and HR as a serious security breach. Chad was terminated for cause, escorted out by security carrying his belongings in a cardboard box. Tina was transferred to a dead-end division handling legacy accounts. Her career progression permanently stalled. She resigned a month later, unable to handle the daily humiliation.